Cheryl Dunn, a documentary film director slash photographer who has been active in New York City since the late 1980s. She continues to document events that happen in the city and to the people who come and go, including graffiti writers, skaters, boxers, cyclists, and protesters. In 2021, she released the feature-length documentary film, Moments Like This Never Last, which is about the late artist Dash Snow and the post-9/11 art scene. Her first feature-length documentary film, Everybody Street, features 12 of New York's most iconic street photographers, including Elliott, Erwitt, and Friedman. As a photographer, her works include some kind of occasion, and festivals are good. We visited Cheryl at her studio in the cultural capital of New York City.
So, as Spokane, we met at my studio.
So
He wrote that on the dust of my window.
So that's like a right after.
Yeah, that's like a couple days after. And I'm wearing this Spitfire because Tommy Guerrero sent me a box of clothes because he knew all my shit was wrecked. I was just wearing like Spitfire clothes because all my stuff was filled with like 9/11 dust. And like,
Everybody,
oh my god!
everybody.
Everyone was like, that camera! Everybody wants this camera, right?
With the fisheye.
Yep. That was the night of the blackout in 2004
In San Francisco.
in New York.
In New York.
It was like the best night. Sometimes you think like, sure you don't want me something with that?
It's just in New York.
You like it,
Oh my
okay.
God, yeah.
Sometimes you think you don't. You're like, you live your life, right? So it's
Yeah.
normal to you, right? And so you're like, well, what's so special about that or whatever? And then when people keep asking you, like, give me your footage of this or that, you're like, oh, I guess it's special to somebody, you know? And also, as time goes by, you know, history, you can't relive history unless you have documented that, you know? And so that document becomes valuable in our history, in storytelling, and it's not just like you shoot it and then you have to caretake it, you know? You guys know about photography, so it takes a lot of work and time to organize your archive, caretake it, find it when you need it. It's a lot of work. It's boring work. It's not the fun part about photography. It's the tedious part, but without that, it's whatever. It's part of it. It's part of it. And without that, you don't have a tangible, viable archive, and it's a tool for your storytelling, and you have to take care of it. Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that part, and they think, this is real fun, right? You know, but you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather be like, to me, to be a big artist in a small town doesn't. I'd rather be in the biggest town there is and like give it a go than like be a big artist in a small town. I don't know, you know. You got one life. Go for it.
So like
see if you can survive, which is always, that's the New York thing. It's just like, whew, survival's hard. It's expensive. You know, you guys know that. You know, how do you make art? How do you pay rent? How do you make like, this is hard for me to afford, but I need it for my brain, and I'm like, I gotta figure this out. Like, I don't know how to figure it out. You know, sometimes it's hard, sometimes like it's not, you know, but like I don't have a job. I'm a freelance person my whole life, you know, so it's just like projects, you gotta like find them, you gotta
find a job.
You gotta find a job.
We'll get a job, right?
Yeah. How do you survive? And that's not easy, you know? You gotta, like, you never stop working because you gotta find your next thing, right? Yeah. But there's something about that and your personality that is like, that's right for you, you know? Like, you gamble on yourself, you know, every day. But you might be like, I'm so fucked. And then you wake up in the morning and you get an email and you're like, oh my God, someone wants to hire me and fly me to Africa. And, you know, like anything could happen. So you have to believe in yourself.